Life is full of fascinating mysteries that lie just beyond the veil of our understanding. Despite living in an era of incredible technological advancement, there are still some things that remain unexplained. But it is precisely these elusive and enigmatic subjects that fuel our imagination and leave us yearning for more. So let us embrace the mystery, for it is in these unanswered questions that the magic of life truly resides. This is the ultimate iceberg of the unexplained, bizarre, and unsolved. This extensive collection of subjects will be divided into multiple parts and compiled in an upcoming video. However, due to the sensitive nature of certain topics, some may not be suitable for display or discussion on YouTube. For those who wish to explore the depths of this abyss, links will be provided. Timestamps for each topic can be found below for easy navigation. Let's begin. 11BX1371. This is the name of a mysterious, unsettling, and unnerving 2-minute black and white video with a soundtrack of loud, discordant, buzzing noise featuring a person dressed in a plague doctor costume walking and standing around in an abandoned building. Hidden messages have been found in the video and its spectrogram, as well as images of and people. The messages have been decoded and interpreted as implying a threat of against the US. Some theories suggest the video is a prank, a viral marketing stunt, or a student film. The creator of the video, Parker Warner Wright, claimed it was an art project and released a sequel video. Despite decoding efforts, the full message of the video remains elusive. A858. In 2011, a mysterious subreddit appeared with strange, random strings of numbers and letters. Redditors speculated that it might be a code and attempted to decipher the message, resulting in well over 1,000 comments on the subreddit. The subreddit suddenly disappeared, leaving Redditors with no answers about its purpose or who was behind it. Some speculated that the user behind it was a hacker controlling a botnet or a sophisticated troll, while others suggested it might be a game. Despite occasional appearances, the mystery remains unsolved to this day. In 2016, a Redditor named Fraglet successfully decoded one of the posts and found an ASCII art image of Stonehenge, leading some believe it was a message to some followers. However, the purpose of the subreddit and its creator remain a mystery, and it periodically reappears and disappears without explanation. Amelia Earhart disappearance. Amelia Earhart was a trailblazing female aviator who set many records in aviation, including the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. However, her disappearance, while attempting to circumnavigate the globe in 1937, has become a major unsolved mystery. After departing from New Guinea, Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, disappeared before they could reach their next stop. Despite an extensive search effort, the US government concluded that they had ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. But other theories suggest that Earhart was taken prisoner by the Japanese, or that she and Noonan reached an uninhabited island where artifacts have been discovered. Anneliese Michel exorcism. Anneliese Michel was a German woman who underwent 67 Catholic exorcism rites in the year before her death. She had a history of psychiatric treatment, was diagnosed with epilepsy, and suffered from depression and hallucinations. Michel's family and community became convinced that she was possessed by a demon. And after 2 priests got permission from the local bishop in 1975, exorcism sessions began. During these sessions, Michel stopped eating food and eventually died of malnourishment and dehydration. Her parents and the 2 Roman Catholic priests were found guilty of negligent homicide, and in a conference several years later, German bishops retracted the claim that she was possessed. The leading theory surrounding the significance of this event is that it highlights the dangers of relying solely on religious beliefs instead of seeking appropriate medical treatment. Several films have been made based on her story, including The Exorcism of Emily Rose and Requiem. This forest, also known as the Sea of Trees, is a forest located in Japan that has gained a reputation as a designation for those seeking to end their lives. Due to the forest's association with self-harm, officials have put up signs urging visitors to seek help and not harm themselves. Annual body searches have been conducted since 1970, and the area has been the subject of media attention, including movies, music, and literature. Despite its beauty and historical significance, the forest is unfortunately known for its association with a tragic end. Annabelle. This is a haunted doll allegedly possessed by the spirit of a deceased girl named Annabelle. The Warrens, paranormal investigators, moved the doll to their museum after it exhibited malicious behavior. While skeptics have dismissed the Warrens museum as off-the-shelf Halloween junk, the Annabelle legend has become an interesting case study in the relationship between pop culture and paranormal folklore. It's been suggested that the demonic doll trope, popularized by horror films, likely emerged from early legends surrounding Robert the Doll and a Twilight Zone episode. The Warrens' story of the doll served as inspiration for the Annabelle doll character in the Conjuring Universe film series. Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is an ancient artifact believed to be the most sacred relic of the Israelites, described as a wooden chest covered in pure gold, with an elaborately designed lid called the Mercy Seat. It is said to contain the 2 stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, Aaron's rod, and a pot of manna. The Book of Exodus gives detailed instructions on how the Ark is to be constructed, including its dimensions, materials, and ornamental details. However, the Ark's whereabouts are unknown, and many theories have arisen over its significance and potential mystical powers. Some theories suggest that the Ark could have been taken to Ethiopia or hidden away in secret locations, while others propose that it may have been destroyed or lost over time. The Ark remains an elusive and mysterious artifact, leaving many questions unanswered. Babushka Lady. This is a mysterious figure who appeared in the footage captured during the assassination of President JFK. She was a middle-aged woman wearing a headscarf who stood near the president's motorcade, holding a camera and filming the event. However, despite her proximity to the assassination and her presence in multiple photos and videos, her identity remains a mystery to this day. The nickname Babushka Lady was given to her because of the scarf she wore, which was reminiscent of the headscarves worn by elderly Eastern European women. The woman appeared calm and collected during the chaos that ensued after the shooting, and she continued filming the event even as the other bystanders around her were running for cover. Despite being a key witness to one of the most significant events in American history, the Babushka Lady never came forward to offer her testimony or to identify herself. She disappeared into the crowd after the shooting, and no one has been able to track her down since. The FBI and the other law enforcement agencies have searched for her for decades, but their efforts have been fruitless. The bizarre and unexplained aspects of this story have fueled countless conspiracy theories over the years. Some believe that the Babushka Lady was a government agent who was there to document the assassination, while others think she may have been a member of a secret society or a foreign intelligence agency. Some even speculate that she may have been involved with the assassination itself, or that she could have possessed evidence that could have led to the unraveling of the entire conspiracy. During the many attempts to uncover the true identity and motives of the Babushka Lady, her identity remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. The script for this video would have taken me upwards of over 30 hours to write, or it would have cost me $1,500 to have it outsourced. But with AI technology, I was able to write it in just over an hour, and here soon we'll be able to cut the video making process by that much as well. And I'm most likely going to make thousands off of this video. I can show you exactly how I started from nothing to 50,000 subscribers and a comfortable living on YouTube using free programs. And YouTube ain't going anywhere. Just like a video game, there are most effective tactics and strategies that can monetize the wave of new technologies. And we're committed to learning them and sharing them with our fellow creators so we can all prosper. It takes investment in yourself, but it's absolutely worth it. Working from home, setting your own hours, talking about things you enjoy most in life. If you're ready to take the next step, visit makermasterclass.com. Our community is growing and so are the opportunities, so grab them before it's too late. Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, an area in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean, is known for a number of aircraft and ships disappearing under mysterious circumstances, leading to various theories to explain this elusive phenomenon. Some attribute the events to supernatural concepts, such as leftover technology from the mythical lost continent of Atlantis, or a parallel universe in the Triangle region that causes a time or space warp. Others suggest UFOs as a cause. However, natural explanations include compass variations, the Gulf Stream carrying floating objects, human error, violent weather such as hurricanes and powerful downdrafts of cold air, and the presence of large fields of methane hydrates on the continental shelves causing rapid sinking of ships without warning. While some suggest that the triangle is uniquely prone to disappearances, most reputable sources dismiss any mystery and criticize the exaggerated, dubious, and unverifiable claims made by writers perpetuating the manufactured mystery. Butterfly Effect. The butterfly effect is a concept in chaos theory that describes the phenomenon where a small change in one part of a system can result in large differences in another part of the same system. It is named after the idea that the flap of a butterfly's wings in one part of the world could ultimately result in a hurricane forming in another part of the world. The butterfly effect is a fascinating and often bizarre phenomenon that remains unexplained by science. It is difficult to predict exactly how a small change in one part of a system will impact another part of the same system, as the effects can be highly unpredictable and even chaotic. This makes it a challenging concept to study and understand, as the outcomes of even small changes can be highly complex and difficult to understand. Despite its mysterious and unexplained nature, the butterfly effect has been observed in a variety of natural and man-made systems. It's been observed in weather patterns, stock market trends, and even in the behavior of individual organisms. This has led some to speculate that the butterfly effect may be a fundamental law of the universe, governing the behavior of all systems both large and small. The implications of the butterfly effect are both fascinating and somewhat unsettling. It suggests that even the smallest actions we take can have far-reaching and unpredictable consequences, and that the world we live in is far more interconnected and complex than we may realize. Cicada 3301. This is a bizarre and enigmatic organization that has perplexed and fascinated people since it first emerged in 2012. The group's complex puzzles focused on data security, cryptography, stenography, and internet anonymity, and were designed to recruit, quote, highly intelligent individuals. However, the true purpose of Cicada 3301 remains unknown, and many theories have been proposed about the group's intentions. Some have suggested that Cicada 3301 is a recruitment tool for government agencies, or a secret society focused on improving cryptography, privacy, and anonymity. Others believe that it is a cult or even a religion. The puzzles themselves involved a range of communication media and techniques, and each clue was signed with the same open PGP private key to confirm its authenticity. Despite the efforts of many, Cicada 3301 remains shrouded in mystery. The organization has denied involvement in illegal activity, and while some have claimed that it is connected to various conspiracy theories, they have repeatedly stated that it is not involved in any such. The true significance of Cicada 3301 and the purpose behind its complex puzzles remains a topic of intense speculation and fascination. Its unsolved mysteries continue to attract the attention of those interested in cryptography, data security, and the deeper workings of the internet. Cooper family falling body. In the mid-1950s, the Cooper family moved into an old house in Texas and took a photograph on their first night to commemorate the occasion. However, when the father developed the roll of film, he found an unexpected body hanging from the ceiling that was not there when they took the photo. The image has since been posted online and named, quote, family gathering, with some people claiming it's a fake or a result of double exposure. However, there is no concrete explanation for the mysterious figure in the photo, leading to speculation about the possibility of it being an apparition or the result of some other supernatural phenomenon. Crop circles. Crop circles are patterns created by flattening crops, usually cereals, and have been the subject of much speculation since the 1980s. While fringe theorists suggest that they may have an alien origin or obscure natural causes, the scientific consensus is that all crop circles are human-made. Reports of crop circles have increased since the 1970s, and they tend to appear near areas of medium to dense population and cultural heritage monuments. In the UK, the arts collective Circle Makers has been creating crop circles for art and commercial purposes since the early 1990s. Hoaxers Doug Bauer and Dave Chorley claimed credit for creating many circles in England in 1991, and subsequent research has shown that all characteristics of crop circles are fully compatible with them being made by humans. While some crop circles are paid for by companies for advertising purposes, others are created by anonymous artists seeking to attract tourists to an area. Paranormal advocates have speculated that crop circles may be caused by entities such as ball lightning or extraterrestrial beings, but there is no credible evidence to support these claims. Crop circles continue to be a topic of interest for skeptics and believers alike. In fact, I came across a comment on our AI dangers video about crop circles that really stood out to me. The commenter proposed an intriguing idea, stating that once AI technology has advanced enough to decipher the mathematical patterns within crop circles, humanity will enter a new age of unparalleled progress and prosperity. According to the commenter, while some crop circles are indeed the work of humans, the ones that feature fused kernels resulting from rapid heating and cooling are the real deal. Furthermore, the commenter believes that AI will be able to differentiate between authentic crop circles and those created solely for artistic purposes, as only the former will contain advanced mathematical and physics concepts encoded within them. Thank you, Scott, for your insightful and thought-provoking feedback. Cheers, friend. D.B. Cooper. D.B. Cooper is an unidentified man who hijacked a plane in 1971 and demanded a ransom of $200,000 and 4 parachutes. He then jumped from the plane and has never been found or identified. Despite an extensive investigation by the FBI, no definitive conclusion has been reached, and the case remains the only unsolved case of air piracy in commercial aviation history. The discovery of a small portion of ransom money in 1980 renewed public interest in the case, but no additional information about Cooper's identity or fate was found, and the remaining money was never recovered. The FBI speculates that Cooper did not survive his jump due to the inclement weather, lack of proper skydiving equipment, and his apparent lack of detailed knowledge of his landing area. Despite the FBI's suspension of the active investigation in 2016, the case continues to captivate the public, and numerous theories about Cooper's identity, success, and fate persist. The hijacking led to significant changes in commercial aviation, including stricter airport security measures and retrofitting aircraft with Cooper vanes to prevent aft staircase lowering in flight. Despite several searches, no discoveries related to the hijacking have been recorded, and some investigators speculate that the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens could have obliterated any remaining physical clues. Dyatlov Pass Incident. This incident is a mysterious and unexplained event in which 9 Soviet hikers died in the northern Ural Mountains in 1959. The group, led by Igor Dyatlov, established a camp before nightfall, but something caused them to cut their way out of their tent and flee the campsite inadequately dressed for the heavy snowfall and sub-zero temperatures. After the group's bodies were discovered, an investigation determined that 6 had died from hypothermia, while the other 3 had been killed by physical trauma. The investigation concluded that a, quote, compelling natural force had caused the deaths. But numerous theories have been put forward to account for the unexplained deaths, including animal attacks, hypothermia, an avalanche, katabatic winds, infrasound-induced panic, military involvement, or some combination of these factors. In 2020, a new investigation by Russia suggested that the avalanche had led to the deaths. and a study published in 2021 suggested that a type of avalanche known as a slab avalanche could explain some of the trekkers' injuries. The incident remains a mystery, and the mountain pass in the area was later named Dyatlov Pass in memory of the group. Eastern State Penitentiary. Eastern State Penitentiary, once the epitome of prison reform and rehabilitation, now stands as a haunting reminder of a dark past. The world's first true penitentiary, with its unique wagon wheel design, once held some of the most notorious criminals, including Al Capone and Willie Sutton. The prison's history is riddled with tales of murder and violence, and its revolutionary system of separate confinement, intended to encourage reform, instead inflicted psychological damage on its inhabitants. Today, the abandoned prison is a ghostly shell of its former self, overrun by a forest of tangled vines and feral cats. Its crumbling walls and rusted bars serve as a backdrop for ghostly apparitions and supernatural occurrences. It has been the site of countless paranormal investigations and has been featured in numerous TV shows, films, and music videos, all exploring its dark and mysterious past. Every Halloween, the Eastern State Penitentiary Historic Site transforms the prison into a macabre, haunted attraction, drawing crowds seeking to be frightened out of their wits. The event, now known as Halloween Nights, is a stark contrast to the prison's original intention of reform, instead exploiting the fears and vulnerabilities of its patrons. It is a twisted reminder of the prison's past and the horrors that once occurred within its walls. Edgar Allan Poe's death. The death of Edgar Allan Poe remains one of the most bizarre and unsolved cases in literary history. Poe was found delirious on the streets of Baltimore on October 3, 1849, and died in a hospital 4 days later at the age of 40. The cause of his death is still unknown and has been the subject of much speculation and debate over the years. Many theories have been put forth to explain Poe's sudden illness and death, ranging from alcoholism and drug addiction to carbon monoxide poison and brain lesions. Some have even suggested foul play, with Poe possibly being the victim of a kidnapping or murder. Adding to the mystery is the fact that Poe was found wearing clothes that did not belong to him, and was unable to explain how he came to be in such a state. He was also seen with an unknown man on the day he was found, leading some to believe that he was the victim of a violent attack. Despite numerous investigations and the efforts of countless Poe enthusiasts over the years, the circumstances surrounding his death remain a mystery. Some have suggested that the answer may be found in Poe's own works, which often dealt with themes of death, mystery, and the macabre. But for now, the cause of Edgar Allan Poe's death remains shrouded in uncertainty, leaving his admirers to wonder and speculate about what really happened on that fateful October day in 1849. El Chupacabra. The Chupacabra is a legendary creature known for its vampiric behavior of attacking and drinking the blood of livestock, particularly goats. The first sightings were reported in Puerto Rico in 1995, and sightings have since been reported across the Americas and even in other countries. Physical descriptions of the creature vary, with some describing it as a reptilian and alien-like, and others depicting it as more dog-like. While many reports of the Chupacabra have been dismissed as uncorroborated or lacking evidence, there have been several reported animal deaths that match the creature's supposed habits. There are different theories about the Chupacabra's origins and existence. Benjamin Radford's investigation suggests that the original eyewitness report in Puerto Rico was actually based on the creature seal in the 1995 science fiction horror film Species. Radford also notes that the reports of blood-sucking by the Chupacabra were never confirmed by a necropsy. Instead, the reports of the Chupacabra attacks in the United States are believed to be coyotes infected with a parasite. Despite scientific explanations, the legend of the Chupacabra has remained popular in modern culture, and it has been featured in music, television shows, films, and even a Magic the Gathering card. Elisa Lam Mystery. The mysterious death of Elisa Lam in 2013 at the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles has perplexed many people. Lam, a Canadian tourist who struggled with bipolar disorder and depression, was last seen alive in a security camera footage showing her behaving erratically in a hotel elevator. After Lam's parents reported her missing, her body was discovered in one of 4 1,000-gallon tanks, providing water to guest rooms and a coffee shop. An autopsy was inconclusive, but later determined her death to be an accidental drowning with bipolar disorder as a significant factor. Several theories have emerged to explain Lam's strange behavior in the elevator video, including that she was trying to escape from someone who was pursuing her. She was also having a psychotic episode due to her mental illness, or that she was under the influence of illicit drugs. The circumstances surrounding her death are also strange, as doors and stairs that access the hotel's roof were locked, and any attempt to force them open would have triggered an alarm. The lids of the water tanks were also heavy and difficult to replace from within. The complete information regarding her death is unclear, leading to many questions and theories about what really happened. Elsagate. This is a term used to describe a controversial topic related to videos on YouTube and YouTube Kids. These videos are categorized as child-friendly, but contain themes that are not appropriate for young children, such as graphic violence, situations, and dangerous or upsetting activities. Most of these videos feature fictional characters from family-oriented media, used without legal permission. The videos are often produced with inexpensive animation techniques and are tagged in ways that circumvent child safety algorithms. Despite the objectionable content, these videos received positive reception and attract millions of views. The controversy surrounding Elsagate gained public awareness in 2017, which led to stricter guidelines for children's content on YouTube. Many celebrities and media outlets have also discussed the issue. Concerns have been raised that these videos may desensitize or normalize inappropriate content and harm children who may find them more upsetting. Flight 19 Mystery. Flight 19 was a group of 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers that disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle on December 5, 1945. All 14 airmen on the flight were lost, and the search plane that was sent in to find them also vanished, resulting in 27 people missing. A report by Navy investigators concluded that the flight leader mistook small islands for the Florida Keys after his compasses stopped working, resulting in the flight heading over open sea and away from land. However, the exact cause of the incident remains a mystery, and Flight 19 has become a prominent part of Bermuda Triangle lore, with many theories suggesting paranormal or extraterrestrial involvement. The incident has also been the subject of books, documentaries, and even a feature film. MH370. Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 disappeared on March 8, 2014, en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. The Boeing 777 vanished from air traffic controllers' radar screens over the South China Sea, and the subsequent search became the most expensive in aviation history. Despite numerous debris pieces washing up on shores in the western Indian Ocean, no conclusive explanation has been provided for the cause of the crash. The Australian Transport Safety Bureau initially suggested that a hypoxia event may have been the most likely cause, but other investigators have considered hijacking and cargo manifest suspicion as potential theories. The Malaysian government's final report in July 2018 was inconclusive. The disappearance has raised questions about aircraft tracking and flight recorders, and resulted in new standards for aircraft position reporting and cockpit voice recorders. The loss of all 239 people aboard has made the incident the second deadliest involving a Boeing 777 and Malaysia Airlines' second deadliest incident overall. Fountain of Youth. The Fountain of Youth is a legendary spring that is said to possess the power to restore youth and vitality to anyone who drinks from it or bathes within it. The myth of the Fountain of Youth has been around for centuries, and it has captured the imagination of people around the world. While the Fountain of Youth is a fascinating concept, there are many bizarre and unsolved aspects of the legend that continue to intrigue people. No one knows for sure where the Fountain of Youth is located or if it even exists. Some stories claim that the fountain can be found on an island in the Caribbean, while others suggest that it is hidden deep within the jungles of South America. Another bizarre aspect of the legend is that it has been associated with a number of different historical figures, including Juan Ponce de Leon, the Spanish explorer who was often credited with discovering Florida in 1513. According to legend, this character was searching for the Fountain of Youth when he arrived in Florida, and he believed that he had found it in the springs of the area. Despite the many stories and legends surrounding the Fountain of Youth, there is no concrete evidence to suggest that it actually exists. Scientists and historians have been searching for the fountain for centuries, but they have yet to discover any evidence of its existence. Freemasons. Freemasonry is a mysterious, fraternal organization that traces its roots back to medieval guilds of stonemasons. The organization is built around the idea of mutual support and protection, with Masons taking an oath of secrecy and support for their brethren. However, due to the organization's tradition of secrecy, it has become associated with many conspiracy theories. Freemasonry is veiled in allegory and symbolism, with the meaning taught through ritual and personal insights. The bulk of Masonic ritual involves degree ceremonies, which include taking new obligations, secret knowledge, and passwords. Freemasonry is diverse and inconsistent due to the independence of each Masonic jurisdiction, which sets its own rules and procedures. Despite this, Freemasonry remains an enigmatic and intriguing organization shrouded in secrecy and mystery. Goatman. The Goatman is a creature that has become a part of Maryland's urban legend, described as a goat-human hybrid that is rumored to live in the woods of Prince George's County. The origins of the Goatman can be traced back to the early 1970s when University of Maryland student George Lizama completed a folklore project on the creature. Some legends surrounding the Goatman originate from the 1950s, with multiple dog deaths in Prince George's County being attributed to the creature. However, evidence suggests that passing trains may have been responsible for the deaths. The Goatman was commonly described as having a human face and a body covered in hair, although descriptions varied. The creature was also said to reside in a makeshift shelter in the woods, and occasionally it would attack dogs or beat cars with an axe. According to some versions of the legend, the Goatman was once a scientist who worked at the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center. An experiment involving goats went horribly wrong, and the scientist mutates into a half-man, half-goat creature who began attacking cars in the vicinity. In another version of the legend, the Goatman is an old hermit who lives in the woods and walks along Fletchertown Road at night. The legend was further popularized in 1971 when the death of a dog was blamed on Goatman by local residents. University of Maryland folklorist Barry Pearson believes that the Goatman legend has been kept alive by, quote, bored teenagers who repeat the story and suggest that the creature attacks couples frequenting Lover's Lane, stirring up interest in sites like Fletchertown Road. Despite evidence to the contrary, stories of the Goatman's existence continue to circulate, and law enforcement occasionally receives calls reporting sightings, although many of them turn out to be pranks. Have you seen this man? This man is an unexplained phenomenon where people from all over the world claim to have seen the same man repeatedly in their dreams since January 2006. Andrea Natella created the website everdreamthisman.com in 2008, featuring an identikit of the man, and it gained attention from the press and internet users in 2009. The website suggested 5 theories of the phenomenon, including this man being an example of Carl Jung's concept of the unconscious archetypal image, a manifestation of God, and a corporation mentally conditioning multiple people to dream the same man. Andrea Natella admitted this man was a marketing ploy, but never revealed what it was promoting. This man's notoriety spawned internet memes, references in films and television shows like The X-Files, and a manga series based on the hoax by Weekly Shonen magazine. The purpose of the hoax was to, quote, prime people to dream what they've never dreamed before, according to Vice. While people experiencing this same type of dreams is possible, there is no explanation for why so many people have dreamed of this man. Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is a symbol that has fascinated people for centuries. While it is often depicted as a chalice or cup with miraculous powers, its true origins and existence remain shrouded in mystery. Many theories exist regarding the location and meaning of the Holy Grail, some of which are quite bizarre. One theory, proposed in the late 20th century by Michael Bagent, Richard Ley, and Henry Lincoln, suggests that the Holy Grail is not a physical object at all, but rather a symbol of the bloodline of Jesus. The theory combines various myths about the Templars and Cathars with a prominent hoax about a secret order called the Priory of Sion. According to this theory, Jesus had children with Mary Magdalene, and their descendants became a dynasty. While the Catholic Church worked to destroy the dynasty, they were protected by the Priory of Sion and their associates, including the Templars, Cathars, and other secret societies. Another bizarre theory, proposed by an Austrian pseudo-historian in 1818, connects the Grail to contemporary myths surrounding the Knights of Templar. His work suggested that the Grail was not a physical relic, but rather a symbol of the secret knowledge that the Templars sought. There is no historical evidence linking the Templars to a search for the Grail, but subsequent writers have elaborated on the Templar theories. Despite these various theories, the true origins and existence of the Holy Grail remain shrouded in mystery. While it is often depicted as a chalice or cup with miraculous powers, its true nature and location continue to elude historians and researchers. I Feel Fantastic. The I Feel Fantastic video is a short, eerie clip featuring an android named Tara, created by John Bergeron, with the intention of being used for security, entertainment, or research purposes. However, he later rebranded Tara as a musical android and began offering music videos of her singing for a fee. The video gained viral popularity in 2009 as viewers were disturbed by Tara's unsettling singing and the strange geometry of the house in which the video was filmed. The video also featured mysterious shots of an empty field, leading to rumors and conspiracy theories that Tara was created by a serial killer who dressed her up in the clothes of his victims, and that the empty field was where he hid their bodies. However, these theories have no basis in fact, and it is suspected that Bergeron retreated from the internet due to harassment by fans. Despite this, the video remains a classic work of internet horror, inspiring countless parody and reaction videos, and leaving viewers with a sense of unease and unanswered questions. Illuminati. The Illuminati is a name given to several groups, both real and fictitious, and its historical significance is widely known. However, it is the bizarre and unsolved theories about its existence that are truly intriguing. Despite the fact that the original Bavarian Illuminati was suppressed in the late 1700s, conspiracy theorists continue to insist that the Illuminati have survived to this day and are secretly manipulating world events. Mark Dice and other conspiracy theorists have claimed that many notable people were or are members of the Illuminati, including several US presidents. Furthermore, some theories contend that historical events like the French Revolution, the Battle of Waterloo, and even the assassination of JFK were orchestrated by the Illuminati. The group's supposed infiltration of the Hollywood film industry has also been theorized as part of a communist plot to hasten the establishment of a New World Order. While there is no concrete evidence to support these theories, their continued popularity suggests that the mystique and allure of the Illuminati remains strong. The fact that the group's name is used by several present-day organizations, some of which claim to be descended from the original Bavarian Illuminati, only adds to the confusion and intrigue surrounding the topic. Despite the lack of proof, the Illuminati continues to be the subject of fascination and speculation for many, making it one of the most bizarre and unsolved topics in modern times. Facebook information taps. Facebook's history of data breaches and privacy violations is extensive and deeply disturbing. One particularly unsettling aspect is the company's use of information taps, which allows it to access and collect data on users without their knowledge or consent. These taps can take many forms, including tracking cookies, facial recognition software, and automatic photo tagging. In some cases, Facebook has even collected data from users who have explicitly opted out of sharing their information. The implications of these practices are deeply troubling. Facebook's business model relies on the collection and sale of user data, meaning that the more information the company can gather, the more valuable it becomes. This has led to a culture of surveillance and exploitation, where users are constantly monitored and their private information is sold to the highest bidder. Even more disturbing is the fact that Facebook's information taps are often used to target vulnerable populations, such as children and low-income individuals. This has led to concerns about the potential for discrimination and abuse, as well as the impact on users' mental health and well-being. Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper is an infamous serial killer who terrorized the impoverished Whitechapel district of London in 1888, targeting female. The Ripper's gruesome murders involved cutting the victim's throat before mutilating their abdomens and removing internal organs, leading to speculation that the killer had some anatomical knowledge. The murders were never solved, but due to the extensive newspaper coverage and letters claiming to be from the murderer, the public came to believe in the existence of a single serial killer known as Jack the Ripper. The case has since become a combination of historical research, folklore, and pseudo-history that has captured the public imagination to this day. What makes the case so creepy and bizarre is the brutality of the murders, and the fact that the killer was never caught, leading to endless speculation and theories about the Ripper's identity. The impoverished lifestyle of the victims also drew attention to the poor living conditions in the East End, galvanizing public opinion against the overcrowded and sanitary slums. The case has become a popular subject in works of fiction and nonfiction, with Ripperology coined to describe the study of the case. In 2015, the Jack the Ripper Museum opened in East London, attracting criticism and protests.
Maker. Yes, Rom? Remember to remind people to do the algorithm thing. Rom, they already know to like and subscribe and leave a comment. You are welcome. Ungrateful son of a...
Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil, a legendary creature said to inhabit the Pine Barrens in South Jersey, is often described as a bipedal, kangaroo-like creature with a horse or a goat-like head, bat-like wings, horns, and a forked tail. According to popular folklore, the creature originated from a Pine Barrens resident named Jane Leeds, known as Mother Leeds. Leeds, who had 12 children and was pregnant for the 13th time, cursed the child in frustration, crying that the child would be the devil. In 1735, Mother Leeds was in labor, and the 13th child changed into the Jersey Devil, flying up the chimney and heading into the pines. Skeptics believe the Jersey Devil to be a creative manifestation of the imaginations of early English settlers in South Jersey, with plausible natural explanations, including boogeyman stories, the misidentification of known animals, and rumors based on common negative perceptions of the local rural population of the Pine Barrens. It appears that the Jersey Devil meets the 6-point criteria outlined by Richard Dorson for establishing distinction among legendary creatures of American folklore. The Jersey Devil exists in oral tradition, inspires belief and conviction, has become personalized and institutionalized, is fanciful or mythical, and contains a, quote, comical side. Its incorporation into various forms of popular culture, including professional sports teams, toy lines, and fantasy works, further demonstrates its relevance and enduring presence in American folklore. JFK Assassination. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963 has spawned numerous conspiracy theories involving the CIA, the Mafia, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, Cuban Prime Minister Fidel Castro, the KGB, or some combination of these entities. Despite the official Warren Commission report, many believe that the federal government covered up crucial information related to the assassination, and numerous researchers have pointed to its inconsistencies and errors in the official investigation. Some also claim that witness testimony indicating a conspiracy was ignored. Film and photographs were confiscated or withheld, and physical evidence was tampered with. The Zapruder film, considered by many to be the most important assassination record, has been subject to allegations of manipulation, as has President Kennedy's dead body itself. The long period of secrecy surrounding the assassination and the government's disposition of records have led to widespread suspicion of a cover-up. Jimmy Hoffa disappearance. James Riddles Hoffa was an American labor union leader who served as the president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters from 1957 until 1971. He disappeared on July 30th of 75 and is widely believed to have been murdered by the mafia, although his body has never been found. Many theories have been proposed about the location of his remains, including Giant Stadium and a landfill beneath the Pulaski Skyway in Jersey City, New Jersey. There have been claims by various individuals that they know the identity of his killer and the location of his body, but no concrete evidence has ever been found. Hoffa's legacy remains controversial, with some viewing him as a champion of workers' rights and others as a corrupt figure who colluded with organized crime. Hoffa has been portrayed in various films and works of fiction, including the 2019 Martin Scorsese film, The Irishman, where he is played by Al Pacino. LHOHQ. This is a creepy website discovered in 2017 that features disturbing images, videos, and references to politics and conspiracies. Some people think it could be a trap for the FBI or a collection of illegal material. The site contains leaked personal information of politicians, possibly gathered by bots or during the WikiLeaks email scandal. It's believed by some that it is an art project created by someone interested in politics and conspiracies, possibly Mark Ezra Bono, a film director and photographer. However, the creators of the site are unknown, and its origins remain a mystery. LHOHQ and its sister site, ACDCA, have some concerning aspects, such as conspiracy theories and sensitive data. The people associated with its sister site seem to be using fake names and photos, and it's unclear why. It's difficult to draw any conclusion about either of these sites without more information. They could be an artistic project or part of a larger scheme with malicious intentions. Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie, is a creature that has been a source of fascination and intrigue for decades. Despite numerous sightings and alleged evidence, the scientific community largely dismisses its existence as hoaxes, misidentification, or simply wishful thinking. However, the belief in Nessie remains strong among many, with cryptozoology placing particular emphasis on the creature. What makes the legend of the Loch Ness Monster so intriguing is its elusive and unexplained nature. Despite countless searches, no concrete evidence of the creature's existence has ever been found. Skeptics point to the prevalence of water beast stories in medieval times as evidence that the legend of the monster may have been fabricated or exaggerated over time. Despite the skepticism and lack of concrete evidence, the fascination with Nessie persists, with countless sightings and accounts continuing to be reported to this day. Majestic 12. Majestic 12, or MJ-12 for short, is an alleged secret organization that appears in UFO conspiracy theories. According to supposed leaked government documents, MJ-12 was formed in 1947 by President Harry S. Truman to recover and investigate alien spacecraft. However, the FBI declared the documents to be completely bogus, and many ufologists consider them to be an elaborate hoax. Some ufologists, including Linda Moulton Howe and Stanton T. Friedman, believe the documents to be authentic and argue that the US government has covered up knowledge of a crashed extraterrestrial spacecraft. The concept of MJ-12 emerged during the period in the 1980s when ufologists believed there had been a cover-up of the Roswell UFO incident and speculated some secretive upper tier of the US government was responsible. Despite numerous investigations finding the documents were likely forgeries and that MJ-12 did not exist, the concept remains popular among some UFO conspiracy theorists and has appeared in popular culture, including television, film, and literature. Man from Taured. The Mystery of the Man from Taured is a popular tale of a man who allegedly arrived at a Tokyo airport in 1954 bearing a passport from a non-existent country called Taured, and then vanished mysteriously from police custody. Despite some accounts suggesting he was from another dimension, the true story is that he was arrested in Japan in 1959 for using a false passport he had created, one supposedly issued by the fake country. There are no credible reports of his mysterious disappearance. Despite this, it remains a popular topic of interest to this day. Mandela Effect. The phenomenon of false memories is a bizarre and perplexing topic in psychology. False memories occur when someone recalls an event that did not happen or remembers it differently from the way it actually occurred. The concept was initially studied by psychological pioneers Pierre Janet and Sigmund Freud, and it's been suggested that suggestibility, activation of associated information, incorporation of misinformation, and source misattribution are the mechanisms underlying false memories. One fascinating experiment conducted in 1974 investigated the effects of language on the development of false memory. Participants watched videos of car accidents and were asked how fast the cars were going when they, quote, smashed, bumped, collided, hit, or contacted each other. The verb used to describe the collision had a significant effect on the participants' estimates of the speeds of the car. The study suggested that the phrasing of a question can influence the response given, leading to a misconstruction of memory recall. False memories can sometimes be shared by multiple people, leading to this entry, a phenomenon known as the Mandela Effect. Fiona Broom, a paranormal researcher, reported having a vivid and detailed memory of Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, despite Mandela actually dying in 2013. Broom speculated that the phenomenon could be evidence of parallel realities. Other examples of shared false memories include popular memories like the spelling of Berenstain Bears, Mr. Monopoly wearing a monocle, and the existence of a 1990s movie called Shazam, starring Sinbad as a genie. This one I actually remember myself. Scientists suggest that false memories are shaped by cognitive factors that affect multiple people, such as social and cognitive reinforcement of incorrect memories, or false news reporting and misleading photographs that influence the formation of memories based upon them. What are some of your memories that turned out to be incorrect in this reality? Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste was a brigantine discovered deserted and adrift in the Atlantic Ocean in 1872. Her crew of 7 were never seen or heard from again. The ship's cargo of alcohol was still intact, and the personal belongings of the captain and crew were undisturbed. Theories of foul play, including mutiny, piracy, and insurance fraud, were considered, but no evidence was found to support them. The story has been the subject of much speculation and dramatization, with hypotheses ranging from alcohol fumes to paranormal intervention. The ship continued in service under new owners until it was deliberately wrecked off the coast of Haiti in an attempted insurance fraud in 1885. The Mary Celeste remains a byword for unexplained desertion and the subject of ongoing fascination and mystery. Max Headroom Incident. The Max Headroom signal hijacking incident of November 22, 1987 is a bizarre and unexplained event that remains a mystery to this day. The incident involved the pirate broadcast of an unidentified person wearing a Max Headroom mask and costume, who briefly took over the television signals of 2 stations in Chicago, Illinois, and sent a strange and disturbing message to thousands of home viewers. The first interruption occurred during the sports segment of WGN-TV's 9 o'clock p.m. newscast, where this person wearing the mask swayed erratically in front of a swiveling, corrugated metal panel, apparently meant to resemble Max Headroom's animated geometric background. The second incident occurred about 2 hours later during PBS member station's WTTW. The second incident occurred about 2 hours later. During WTTW's broadcast of Doctor Who, the masked figure could be heard making reference to Max Headroom's advertisement for New Coke. The animated TV series Clutch Cargo, WGN sportscaster Chuck Swirsky quote, greatest world newspaper nerds, and other seemingly unrelated topics. The video concluded with the masked figure's bare buttocks being spanked by a woman with a fly swatter while yelling, quote, they're coming to get me, and with the woman responding, bend over, bitch, as the figure was crying and screaming. The criminal investigation conducted by the Federal Communications Commission in the immediate aftermath of the intrusion could not find the persons responsible, and despite many unofficial inquiries and much speculation over the ensuing decades, the culprits have yet to be positively identified. The stunt required extensive technical expertise and a significant amount of transmitting power, and it is widely believed that the pirate broadcast originated from somewhere in the line of sight of both stations' broadcast towers, which were atop two tall buildings in downtown Chicago. No one has ever claimed responsibility for the stunt, and speculations about the identities of the character and his co-conspirators has centered on the theories that the prank was either an inside job by a disgruntled employee or a former employee, or was carried out by members of Chicago's underground hacker community. However, despite an official law enforcement investigation and many unofficial investigations, inquiries, and online speculation, the identities and motives of the hijackers remain a mystery. MK Ultra. Project MK Ultra was a covert human experimentation program conducted by the CIA from 1953 to 1973, aimed at developing drugs and methods that could be used for brainwashing and psychological terror. MK Ultra used a wide range of techniques such as high doses of psychoactive electroshocks, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, and verbal and abuse. The program also illegally used US and Canadian citizens as unwitting test subjects. The program was first exposed by the Church Committee and Gerald Ford's Presidential Commission on CIA activities in the US in 1975. The investigations were hampered by the destruction of MK Ultra files by CIA Director Richard Helms in 1973. Some surviving information was declassified in 2001. The origin of the project was the continuation of the work started by the Nazi doctors and World War II-era Japanese facilities. The CIA was also motivated by fear of Soviet brain perversion techniques and the increase of PTSD in Korean prisoners of war. Declassified documents indicate that they studied hypnosis, drug-induced hypnosis, and the relationship between personality and susceptibility to hypnosis. Due to its nature and destruction of most records, MK Ultra has played a part in many conspiracy theories. Mothman. The Mothman is a humanoid creature that was reportedly seen in the Point Pleasant area of West Virginia from November 15, 1966 to December 15, 1967. The first newspaper report described it as a, quote, man-sized bird, creature, something. The creature was later popularized by John Keel in his book The Mothman Prophecies, which claimed supernatural events related to the sighting and a connection to the collapse of the Silver Bridge. Some believe the legend originated from sightings of out-of-migration sandhill cranes or herons, while others attribute it to hoaxes and misidentified birds. Some pseudoscience adherents claim that the Mothman was an alien, a supernatural manifestation, or a previously unknown species of animal. Despite the lack of evidence, an annual festival is devoted to the Mothman legend, with an estimated 10,000 to 12,000 people attending each year. Ouija Board. The Ouija board is a flat board marked with letters of the Latin alphabet, numbers, and various symbols, which people use to communicate with the dead or spirits during a seance. The eerie phenomenon of the Ouija board has fascinated and frightened people for over a century. Even though many scientific studies have tried to explain the workings of the board, it remains unexplained and bizarre to many. The idiometer response, a type of unconscious movement, is the most commonly accepted explanation for the board's movement, but it still does not account for the messages supposedly coming from the spirit world. The Ouija board's history is steeped in occult beliefs and religious controversy. Critics and skeptics have long condemned it as a tool of the devil and a practice of divination, while others, such as Aleister Crowley, saw it as a powerful tool for positive transformation. The Catholic Church and other Christian denominations have warned against its use, citing its links to the occult and demonic possession. In 2001, fundamentalist groups burned Ouija boards as symbols of witchcraft in New Mexico. Despite the scientific and religious criticisms, the Ouija board has continued to capture the imagination of people who seek to communicate with the dead. Its use in horror stories and movies has added to its reputation as a malevolent tool that can unleash malevolent spirits. The Ouija board remains an enigma and continues to fascinate and terrify people to this day. Phoenix Lights. The Phoenix Lights incident of March 13, 1997 is one of the most perplexing and bizarre UFO sightings in history. Thousands of witnesses in Arizona and Nevada reported seeing strange lights and a massive, silent object hovering over their heads. Some described a carpenter's square-shaped UFO containing 5 spherical lights, while others saw a row of brilliant lights hovering in the sky, slowly falling. 2 distinct events took place: a triangular formation of lights seen passing over the state, and a series of stationary lights seen in the Phoenix area. Despite several explanations, the incident remains unexplained and mysterious. While some reports attribute the sighting to military exercises or flares, others reject these explanations due to the shape and behavior of the object. Moreover, the fact that the phenomenon was witnessed by thousands of people in different locations adds to the intrigue and the mysteriousness of the incident. Even the governor at the time, who initially joked about the incident and dressed up an aide in an alien costume, later admitted to witnessing the otherworldly event and had a personal close encounter with an alien spacecraft. Theories about the Phoenix Lights abound, ranging from extraterrestrial sightings to top-secret military experiments. Some believe that the incident was a mass hallucination or a government cover-up, while others point to the possibility of advanced alien technology. Despite many years of investigation, the true nature of the Phoenix Lights remains one of the most bizarre and unexplained mysteries in UFO history. PsyOps. Psychological warfare, also known as PsyOp or military information support operations, is a tactic that uses psychological methods to influence a target audience's value system, belief system, emotions, motives, reasoning, or behavior. It can be used to induce confessions or reinforce attitudes and behaviors favorable to the originator's objectives, and can even be combined with black operations or false flag tactics. Target audiences can include governments, organizations, groups, individuals, or even civilians of foreign territories. Evidence of psychological warfare can be found throughout history, but in modern times, it has become more extensive with the advent of mass communication, social media, and the internet. These technologies allow campaigns of disinformation and misinformation to be performed by agents anywhere in the world. The creepiness of psychological warfare lies in the fact that it manipulates people's emotions, thoughts, and behaviors without their knowledge or consent. The leading theory behind its significance is that it can be used as a weapon to achieve political or military objectives without resorting to violence, making it an effective and covert tactic. However, its potential for abuse and harm to individuals and societies is a massive cause for concern. Randonautica. Randonautica is an app that generates random coordinates for users to explore their local area and report on their findings. The app has gained a cult following on YouTube and TikTok, but has also caused controversy after several reports of the app generating coordinates where disturbing things were present. The app offers 3 types of coordinates: an attractor, a void, or an anomaly. As of July 2020, the app had 10.8 million users. The controversy surrounding the app involves reports of unsettling coincidences, including a group of people finding a bag with 2 dead bodies on a beach in West Seattle per the app's generated coordinates. Although the app's creators claim it is a shocking coincidence, Some speculated that it has an intended puzzle-like theme. The app has also received allegations of being used for human trafficking, which the creators deny. Roanoke Colony. The Roanoke Colony was an attempt by Sir Walter Raleigh to found the first permanent English settlement in North America in 1585. The colony was troubled by a lack of supplies and poor relations with the local Native Americans. The first attempt was abandoned by Governor Ralph Lane, and the second, led by John White, became known as the Lost Colony due to the subsequent unexplained disappearance of its population. White returned to England to bring more supplies for his colony in 1588, but the Anglo-Spanish War delayed his return until 1590. Upon his return, he found the settlement fortified but abandoned, with a cryptic word carved into the palisade. The fate of the approximately 112 to 121 colonists remains unknown, with speculations that they had assimilated with nearby Native American communities or were massacred. Roswell Incident. The Roswell Incident remains one of the most bizarre and unexplained events in American history. In 1947, a military balloon crashed near Roswell, New Mexico, and the Army released a press statement claiming that they recovered a, quote, flying disc. The Army later retracted this statement and said that it was a conventional weather balloon. However, decades later, conspiracy theories emerged, claiming that the debris was from a flying saucer that had been covered up by the US government. Despite the US Air Force publishing a report in 1994 identifying the crashed object as a nuclear test surveillance balloon from Project Mogul, conspiracy theories about the event persist. Adding to the mystery is the fact that the incident has been described as, quote, the world's most famous, most exhaustively investigated, and most thoroughly debunked UFO claim. Nevertheless, the city of Roswell has capitalized on the event and contains countless ufology attractions, events, statues, and iconography. The incident has also been featured in films, TV shows, and books, with multiple hoaxes and legends about alien bodies being incorporated into the Roswell mythos. Sasquatch. Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, is a cryptid alleged by cryptozoologists to inhabit the forests of North America, with numerous claims of sightings, photographs, and audio recordings. However, despite extensive searching and analysis, scientists have not found any compelling evidence to support the existence of Bigfoot. The creature's description is often that of a large, bipedal, ape-like creature covered in black or dark brown fur, standing up to 10 to 15 feet tall with glowing red or yellow eyes. Some alleged observations even describe Bigfoot as having a human-like face. The enormous footprints for which the creature is named are claimed to be upwards of 24 inches long and 8 inches wide, some even containing claw marks. While sightings have been reported throughout North America, sightings predominantly occur in the northwestern region of Washington, Oregon, Northern California, and British Columbia. Despite this, the scientific community considers Bigfoot to be folklore, misidentification, or hoax rather than a living animal. The existence of Bigfoot remains a mystery, with some believing it to be an undiscovered species, while others attribute sightings to psychological phenomena or hoaxes. Skinwalker Ranch. This is a place that has been shrouded in mystery and intrigue for decades due to the bizarre and unexplained phenomena that reportedly occur here. It has been called the, quote, UFO Ranch due to its 50-year history of unusual events, including sightings of UFOs, a strange creature with piercing red eyes, vanishing and mutilated cattle, and invisible objects emitting destructive magnetic fields. Even more perplexing is the fact that these incidents have reportedly been witnessed by multiple people, including retired U.S. Army Colonel John B. Alexander and the family who previously owned the ranch. The legends surrounding Skinwalker Ranch also include claims of paranormal activity, such as poltergeists, crop circles, and glowing orbs. These reports have piqued the interest of investigators and skeptics alike, and the National Institute for Discovery Science acquiring the ranch in 2005 to study these anomalous events. However, despite their efforts efforts, the investigators found it difficult to obtain evidence consistent with scientific publication. Critics have argued that the claims of paranormal activity are illusory, and many of the more extraordinary claims were made by former ranch owner Terry Sherman. Nevertheless, the unexplained occurrences at Skinwalker Ranch continue to fascinate and perplex those who are interested in the paranormal and supernatural. Stanley Hotel. The Stanley Hotel's association with Stephen King's best-selling novel, The Shining, has contributed to its reputation as a creepy and eerie destination. After Stephen King stayed at the hotel in 1974, he reportedly became inspired to write the novel after wandering the empty corridors and imagining the possibilities of the remote and desolate location. The hotel's history and grand size add to its mystique and eerie atmosphere, which has also been fueled by reports of paranormal activity. Despite King's disclaimer that the Overlook Hotel was purely fictional, the Stanley Hotel has become known as a hotspot for ghost sightings and unexplained occurrences. It has even hosted paranormal investigators and been featured on shows like Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures. With its long and peaceful history, the origins of the paranormal activity at the Stanley Hotel remain a mystery, but it continues to attract visitors who are drawn to the unexplained and bizarre. Stonehenge. Stonehenge, a prehistoric monument in Wiltshire, England, is a site that continues to fascinate people around the world with its bizarre and unexplained features. Archaeologists believe that the monument was constructed from around 3000 BC to 2000 BC and was primarily used as a burial ground from its earliest beginnings. Despite being contemporary with true Neolithic henges and stone circles, Stonehenge is atypical and unique in many ways. The site has been associated with paranormal activities and myths, such as how it was built and for what purposes it was used, remains subject to debate. Theories have been proposed, such as the site being an astronomical observatory, a religious site, or a place of healing. However, the culture that produced Stonehenge left no written records, and many aspects of the site's history remain a mystery. Despite this, the site continues to be a cultural icon and a legally protected scheduled monument. Vampires. The concept of vampires, undead creatures that feed on the vital essence of the living, has existed in folklore and mythology around the world for centuries. In European folklore, vampires were known to visit loved ones and cause mischief or deaths in their communities. They were often described as bloated or of ruddy or dark countenance, unlike the gaunt, pale vampires of modern fiction. While the ideas of vampires is generally seen as fictitious in modern times, belief in similar creatures still persists in some cultures. The origins of vampire beliefs and related mass hysteria are unclear, and many theories have been proposed, such as the ignorance of the body's decomposition cycle after death or premature burial. The success of Bram Stoker's 1897 novel Dracula has spawned a distinctive vampire genre that remains popular today. In some areas, belief in vampires became so pervasive that it caused mass hysteria and public executions of people believed to be vampires. Even today, allegations of vampire attacks occur in some communities, leading to fears and violence. Webdriver Torso. This is a YouTube channel that's remained a mystery since its inception in 2013. The channel was created by Google for automated performance testing and features videos of slideshows that show two solid color opaque rectangles, one red and one blue, overlapping each other. The videos have computer generated wave tones, and the channel has uploaded over 620,000 videos, with most of them being 11 seconds long. Despite Google's explanation that the channel is for testing video quality, the bizarre and unexplained aspects of the channel have led to speculations about its real purpose. One of the strange things about Webdriver Torso is the existence of 3 videos that break the pattern of the standard videos. The videos show internal references or jokes, including a video of Rick Astley's silhouette dancing, a time-lapse footage of the Eiffel Tower being lit up at night, and the episode of an American adult cartoon, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, dubbed in Spanish, which is only viewable in France and requires a payment of almost €2 to watch. There have been numerous theories about the channel's purpose, with some people speculating that it is a recruitment program for Cicada 3301. Others have suggested that the channel is a way for Google to communicate secret messages, or even a way for extraterrestrial life forms to make contact with humanity. Winchester Mystery House. The Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California, is a mansion renowned for its architectural oddities, including doors and windows that open to nothing, shallow stairs, and trap doors. The house's peculiar design has given rise to myths and legend that add to its eerie reputation. Some stories suggest that the Winchesters' decision to move from the East Coast to California was influenced by a psychic medium who told her to build a house for ghosts. The belief that Winchester built her house in its strange, maze-like manner to confuse and keep spirits from harming her, and that her sanity was questionable, has grown in scale past her death. The number 13 is also a recurring theme, with features like 13 bedrooms and 13 bathrooms. Visitors and tour guides claim to have experienced odd sounds, cold spots, footsteps, cooking smells, doors and windows slamming, and feelings of being watched. However, there is no evidence to support the claim that the house is haunted. Despite the lack of evidence, the Winchester Mystery House continues to captivate visitors with its unexplained features and bizarre history. World Corp. World Corp Enterprises was a creepy and mysterious YouTube channel that posted surreal music videos with a globe logo and vaporwave aesthetic. Despite an investigation by 4chan users, the channel's origins and purpose remain unknown. It was discovered that the channel had multiple social media accounts, as well as a Discord server, and had been uploading videos for over a year. 2 videos titled Fatherhood and Each Day I Grow Some More featured a man yelling at a screaming child, and rumors circulated that the man's voice sounds like John Podesta's. The eerie clip called Dreamer Heaven was believed to be real and hosted on the now defunct World Corp channel, leading to speculation that other videos may have been found footage as well. The channel's sudden disappearance and the disturbing nature of some of its content have led to theories about its significance, but the investigation into its origins and purpose was inconclusive. Part 2 of this series is coming soon, so be sure to like and subscribe to be alerted of its publishing. Until then, Maker